And welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We're live here on the Iron Thunder Racing Network. We appreciate you tuning in tonight. This is the Country Roads Haulin 175, coming to you live from Watkins Glen International. First few cars out on the speedway. Taking a look now at 43 car. That'll be Sam O'Malley Chevrolet ZL1 Camaro of Kelvin Mosier. Mosier will come across the line to start his first time, and as the times come across the board, they'll be located on the left-hand side of your viewing screen. Kelvin Mosier joining us tonight in that 43 machine. Alex Little, the 16 car, out on the speedway as well. League Commissioner Sawyer Ott, that Ott Company LLC machine, will join us on the speedway. That JCOM Mustang GT car. Matt Quick, one of the first across the line with a 1797. Roger Debold goes to the top of the board. Sean Bounty and now jump up there. Look at that Bounty Hunter Camry as he holds that top spot with a 113.54. Brandon Papatat in that 48 car. Had a good run going last night. Got caught speeding on pit road and doused his hopes for a win in the Rush Series. He currently runs a 113.61. A 113.61 as he'll lose the handle. I'll take a look at the 88 car up, Josh Ball. Josh Ball currently third, quick with a 113.61. A 113.61. The Josh Kelly Fan Club at the house tonight. Appreciate you for tuning in. Sean Bounty still holding on to that top spot. 113.54. Brendan Klucher, who chimes in eighth with 114.63. .42 miles around Watkins Glen International. Jackson Allen jumps up to third quick. He joined us last night and actually picked up the win. He'll run a 113.70. John Garrett car out on the speedway, currently in the 8th spot with a 114.42. Raymond Rittenauer will jump up to the ninth spot at 1:14.24. Tresnant making laps on the speedway. 15th quick, now make it 16th quick. At a 1:15.35. 1:15.35. Qualifying, getting ready to wind down. Sean Bounty, Brendan Pepitat, Jackson Allen, Josh Ball, John Garrett, the top 5. Matt Quick still out on the speedway, turning a few laps. Like everybody that's gonna take time has taken it. Jordan Patterson out on the speedway. Patterson is yet to take a time lap. Jordan Patterson jumps to 18th quick at a 1:15.50. A 1:15.50 for Storm Patterson as he'll find the inside guardrail. Be the last car still left on the speedway. Matt Quick turning some laps here. Qualifying getting coming to an end. Race number 8. We're getting ready to roll through the grid here. Starting on the front row, the Haulin Ass Pole Award will be the 34 car Sean Bounty. Starting to the outside, or starting to the inside, will be the 48 of Brandon Papatat. Row number 2 will find Jackson Allen, Josh Ball running 3rd and 4th. Qualifying in the 6th spot in row number 3, it'll be 66 car John Garrett to his outside. Will be the 6th place driver, the 43 of Kelvin Mosier. Row number 4, we'll see Dave Matson and Roger Diebold rounding out the top 10. In row number 5, Raymond Rittenauer and Matt Cherry. Row number 6, the 56 car of Corey Deal to his outside of the 15 car of Tristan Ott. Row number 7 will find Canadian driver Brendan the King Klooster, who's to the outside of the 90 of Kyle Hall. Row number 8, George Belfons Jr. in the 94 car. Starting alongside him will be the 35 lead commissioner in Macomb, Mississippi, to be Sawyer Ott. Row number 9, New York native Paul Smith will start alongside the young buck Storm Patterson, who hails out of Florida. Row number 10, Dustin Franklin out of Greenville, South Carolina, will start 19th. And JT Lauderdale in the 17 machine will start 20th. Row 11, it'll be Dan Half. Alongside him will be the 89 car of Matt Quick. Row 12, Pennsylvania native Zachary Kreiser. To the outside, it'll be the 16 car of Alex Little. Row 13 will find the Wilson Farms 33 of Josh Cully. To the outside, it'll be the 27 of Manning Gregory. Row 14, New York native Adam Schroen. To the outside, it'll be the 29 car of Elaine Hughes. Row 15 will find Sam Green, who hails out of the great state of Florida. To his outside, the 28 car of Justin White. Starting shotgun on the field in the 31st spot with his 74 car, that'll be Brian Wertman. 45 laps coming at you from Watkins Glen International Speedway. Cars make their way through the bus stop. Interloop bus stop, whatever you want to call it. Here we go, get ready to come to live Country Roads Haulin 175. And the green flag is in the air. Sean Bounty, Brandon Papatak on a drag race off into turn number 1. Well, let's see if everybody can make it through turn number 1. Not so lucky last night. Can we get lucky here tonight? Looks like for the most part everybody gonna make it through. And Sean Bounty will lead them. The 91 car, that'll be Jackson Allen riding in that second spot. As we roll off here, Brendan Papatat third, Josh Ball fourth, John Garrett your top 5. As we enter the bus stop for the first time here tonight. Those two drivers that currently run behind that 34 of Sean Bounty were the cars to beat last night here in our Rush Series presented by Athens Screen Printing. A pit road speeding penalty. Only stop of the night for the 48 of Brendan Papatat. Took that machine out of contention. And the 91 of Jackson Allen was able to capitalize as he starts putting the pressure on the Bounty Hunter. But right now, the top 3, you can throw a blanket over those guys. And not too far behind him, you'll find the 88 car. That'll be Josh Ball at Red Bull Machine. Top three, matter of fact, make it the top five fairly close. 2 laps in. As we run right now, you see that top three. 4 cars right there all on the screen. There's a look at 5th place. Fort Worth screen printing car. That'll be John Garrett. Just a few car links back. The Caden Air Filters 09 Amsoil machine of Dave Matson rides in that 6th spot to Sam O'Malley's 43 of Kelvin Mosier right now riding 7th. 8th will be the 38 of Roger the Bulldozer Diebold. Matt Cherry with a podium finish last night rides in the 9th spot. And the King Klooster, who's right now rounding out the top 10. Corey Deal on the outside. Look at him, and he's working the back deck lid of that Ford Mustang of Klooster, who's at the moment. Back up to the front of the field, Sean Bounty still continues to hold off the 48 of Brendan Papatat. Papatat actually switching spots with the 91 of Jackson Allen. Allen will go through the grass on the exit of the bus stop. That'll cost them a spot to the 88 car of Josh Ball. With Jackson Allen slipping back just a bit here in the early going. Jackson slipping back to where he started the night in that 3rd spot. That Josh Ball 88 machine. Excuse me, in the 4th spot for the 91. Josh Ball up to 3rd. Now Sean Bounty had to fend off the 91 car of Jackson Allen. And now he's got a windshield rearview mirror full of the 48 of Brandon Papatat's Fort Worth screen printing machine. And we'll jump on board real quick with the 34 of Sean Bounty. There's a look at the Roger Diebold machine just ahead of him, Kelvin Mosier in that 7th spot. Oh, 90 car Kyle Hall gonna lose the handle. And that Powder Coat Plus machine. Let's go back and take a look at what happened to Kyle Hall. As he worked out of the carousel. A big smack in that guardrail. Kyle Hall right back on the hammer, holding on to that 20th spot. It looks like Flow Racing Wilson Farms 33 of Josh Cully going to work underneath that machine down into turn number 1. Bannon Gregory, Dustin Franklin already coming down pit road. Here lap 5:45 on the board. Oh, big trouble for the 88 of Josh Ball. Looks like Corey Deal might have been involved in that as well. We'll take a look. This may have been before the Josh Ball incident. Corey Deal through the bus stop. He'll lose the handle on it on the exit of the bus stop. We'll go back and see what happened to the 88 car of Josh Ball, same place as the 90 of Kyle Hall. Out of the carousel here and loops it. And Brandon Papatat all over your leader. They're getting ready to work their way now into the bus stop here. And right in the tire tracks of Sean Bounty is the 48 car Papatat. These two have pulled away by about a second and a half over the 91 car of Jackson Allen. And they're going to start closing in on the tail end of this field. 27 of Manning Gregory, who has already visited pit road once thus far. Looks like Brian Workman had trouble on lap number 5. And we'll check and see what happened to the 74 car of Brian Workman. Not quite sure, just missed the corner. That was lap number 5. And Dustin Franklin may have had another problem. Not quite sure. Looks like that car lost the brakes right into turn number 1. Dustin Franklin with trouble in turn number 1. Sean Bounty right now stringing laps together. Impressive laps holding off the hard charging 48 car. And man, looks like Brandon Papatat was ready to make a move. That car stepped out on him. And he'll have to keep looking at the rear end of that Bounty Hunter Toyota Camry for at least the next few corners here. Back up just a lap, lap number 7, Manning Gregory with trouble. We'll take a look at what happened to the Manning Gregory machine. Oh, just missed the bus stop. It was one lap ago as your leaders work their way through the bus stop this time. Sean Bounty getting ready to lead his 8th lap of the night. He can fend off the 48, who's all over the back end of that machine, and the 91 of Jackson Allen is actually caught up with those two. Good look at that Bounty Hunter machine. As we ride right now, this is Sean Bounty, still your leader, Brandon Papatat, Jackson Allen, John Garrett, Kelvin Mosier, your top 5. Roger Diebold rides in that 6th spot. 7th will be Storm Patterson. 8th, Matt Cherry. Brendan Kaluza, who rides 9th. Your top 10 will be the 87 of Raymond Rittenauer. 11th running right now, Dave Matson. Tressenot runs in 12th. 13th will be Josh Ball. 14th, Sawyer Ott. Corey Deal rides 15th. 16th will be Paul Smith. Josh Cully up 8 spots to the 17th position. Sam Green rides 18th. Justin White 19th. Zachary Chrysler, your top 20. As 10 of 45 go up on the board here. First stage ends on lap 20, I do believe. There will not be a caution for the first stage. Just points paid out to the top 10 on lap 20. Brandon Papatat's there. Just can't find a way around that 34 Sean Bounty. They've allowed the 91 of Jackson Allen to close in on those two guys, so you can throw a blanket over the top three once again. Make their way through the bus stop. Excuse me, lap 10 was stage number 1. Lap 20 will be stage 2 with the caution. Drivers now make their way out of turn number 11. Or turn number 8, I should say. Just really depends on if you count the bus stop as turns. And what do you say? We'll count it tonight. We'll count the bus stop as 5, 6, 7, and 8. The loop is turn number 9. Field now working their way into turn number 10. Your leaders working their way into 10 and 11. Lap 12 on the board, 13 getting ready to cross. As Sean Bounty is led from the drop of the green. If you're tuned in and watching, let us know where you're watching from. Always glad to have the Josh Kelly fan club in the house. Bump around, see if we can get some. There's a look at 8th place. Kelvin Mosier. Now we got a battle for that lead. 91 of Jackson Allen. It's got around at 48 of Pampatat. He'll try to squeeze down that 34 Sean Bounty. Habitat gonna look to follow him through. Jackson Allen, like a rocket ship, storms away as we get ready to head into the bus stop. John Bounty led 13 laps. Jackson Allen able to get by as they get ready to head off into turn 10. Roger Devold up to that 4th spot, up 4 positions. We'll move back just a little bit. Storm Patterson has found his way up to 5th. Right now, the biggest mover in the race, up 13 spots. Another big mover, up 12 spots to the 13th position. Josh Cully in the 33 car. At the end of stage 2, we will have a caution. Roger Debo gonna close in on Sean Bounty. Bounty has given up that runner-up spot to Pampatat. We're starting to see a little of deja vu from one night ago. Good to see that Josh Cully fan club, Arizona, Utah, Wyoming, Idaho, Montana, Washington, Oregon, and California. We appreciate you for tuning in, and I just wish I could get the support Josh Cully receives every week when I race. But hey, nonetheless, we're having a good time. Tuesday Night Thunder. Hope the tacos are flowing free. As we look at your leader, getting ready to put lap 17 up on the board. We'll take a sneak peek in a lap around Watkins Glen with the 91 of Jackson Allen. And see just how he turns left and right here. Good to have Long Island, New York in the house. G. Pampatat, and I hope I ain't murdering the last name. Do micro sprint announcing on the weekends, and I have learned one thing for sure. Micro sprint racing is full of last names that I have to go to Google, and sometimes I just have to go ask exactly how I need to pronounce those names. As we continue to watch Jackson Allen's trek around as he put lap 18 up on the board. Able to see some of that driver input and speed as well, located on the right hand corner of the screen. He's put distance almost 3 seconds ahead of Pampatat at the moment. Sean Bounty and Roger Diebold all riding right there together at top 4. And it's a good ways back to Storm Patterson in the Windy 62 car, scored on your screen as the number 6 car. A little issues with Trading Paints. It allows their custom paint schemes to show up to us in the broadcast. Could be driver error, could be Trading Paints just not doing what it's designed to do. There's a good look at the supporter of the Iron Thunder Racing League, John Garrett, in that Fort Worth screen printing machine. It's actually set to make his ARCA debut. If you're following our social media, League Commissioner Sawyer Ott shared that with us. I believe it was today. And I tell you, if you've got any screen printing needs, check them out over at Fort Worth Screen Printing. No job too big, no job too small. They can print it all. 19 laps complete. On the coming to the next lap, we'll see the caution. We appreciate that. Appreciate the kind words. As we get set, and we'll see what kind of strategy unfolds. Caution now comes out. Stage 2 complete. Jackson Allen, Brandon Pampatat, Roger Diebold, Sean Bounty, Storm Patterson, John Garrett, Brendan Cluchers, Kelvin Mosier, Raymond Rittenauer, Matt Cherry, all receiving points. And that caution will allow the pace to slow just a bit. And as we mentioned, John Garrett will make his ARCA debut at Talladega Superspeedway for the General Tire 200. And he'll do that Saturday, April 23rd, as it is Talladega weekend in the NASCAR series as well. Garrett going to live out a dream and race on one of the most historic speedways in NASCAR history. And we're getting ready to see what's going to unfold here on pit road. And we'll try to get as much coverage of it as we can. We'll see who goes with what. They'll be all led down by Jackson Allen. The 91 machine coming through pit lane. We'll get a good look at the top three right here. John Garrett scored in that 5th spot. See 4 tires stop for the top 3. And Sean Bounty looks like he's going to get out of there. Roger Debo with a big move. Sam Green, something happened with him. Have a few wave arounds. Let's see if we can check those times on pit road. To go through a list. Brandon Pampatat, 17.63 second stop. Sean Bounty a stop with a 15.15. I don't have a time for Jackson Allen for some reason. It did not Jackson Allen a 14.93. So Josh Ball going to inherit the lead. Pitted on lap 17. So he'll start here on the front row. There's one more car I did want to check on, and that may not be check on the Roger Debo. Roger Debo a 14.42 second stop on pit road. Lights out on the pace car, and we're getting ready to crank it back up. Green flag in the air as we begin stage number 3. Sean Bounty, not sure what happened to that machine. Bounty parking it. We'll have to get word and see what happened to the Bounty machine. Look out, Roger Diebold. 91 Jackson Allen, look out. Oh, we've got a parking lot party. Cars stacked up everywhere. And one of the very few incidents that you'll see the yellow flag here, other than a stage caution, on a road course, and we're going to see what happened. I know I've seen the 38 car of Roger Diebold with trouble. Oh, looks like the 91 of Jackson Allen. And John Garrett, Kelvin Mosier, looks like Josh Cully going to squeak through here. We'll have to keep an eye out and see what happened. Roger Diebold tried to get around the spinning 91 car. Oh, big hit on the 43 of Mosier. Nowhere to go for that car. And they were scattered, smothered, and covered. One of the tightest spots on the racetrack. We'll get another look. Different camera angle. And Jackson Allen just loses the handle. Looks like the 38 of Roger Diebold might have got a piece of that Armco. Trusted not. Big damage. Whole tail end of the 91 car completely missing. Roger Diebold right now scored in 5th. Don't see a lot of damage on that machine. That'll put Storm Patterson in that 2nd spot. And I'm hearing now the 34 car Sean Bounty. May have been some trouble on pit road, that car not receiving fuel. Storm Patterson, Brendan Closer, who's coming down pit road. They'll give up spots inside the top 5. And per Iron Thunder Racing League rules, the only time other than the one stage caution that we will throw the caution if the track is blocked, and that's probably the worst case scenario and the worst that I've seen it. Especially in one of our road course races. So that'll definitely slow the pace here tonight. Josh Ball still scored as your leader. Matt Cherry scored in that 2nd spot. It'll be Roger Diebold now inheriting that 3rd spot. Roger Diebold making a recovery, so to speak. Raymond Rittenauer scored in 4th. Brandon Pampatat will move back to the 5th spot. Josh Cully rides in the 6th spot. Jackson Allen recovers to a 7th spot. And I believe that machine will take a look at the 91 car. Heavily damaged. You can see the fuel cell and filler neck on the back end of that machine. Hood crumpled up as well. Sam Green, that Starlight Coca-Cola machine, gonna ride in that 8th spot. And I tell you what, if you ain't tried Starlight Coca-Cola, give it a try. I'm not a Coke drinker, but pretty good stuff. I stick with the zero sugar myself, but still a good drink from Coca-Cola. And Sam Green will take that Starlight machine pit side. That'll move Matt Quick up to 8, Storm Patterson 9th, and Brendan Kalusha, who's holding on to a top 10. We'll see the pace car now, lights out around the speedway. We'll make the 2.5 mile journey back around, and we'll be back under green flag conditions. Green flag is flying once again here in the Country Roads Haulin 175. Josh Ball leads the field. Off into turn number 1 here. Matt Cherry has found his way into that runner-up spot. Third riding 38 of Roger the Bulldozer Diebold. Look out, Matt Cherry car gonna go around. Oh, he's gonna save it, but we've got another yellow. Storm Patterson. Take a look at what started. Holding out of Adam Strong. And the caution reigns once again. Cherry falls back to that 7th spot, and we'll continue to work under the yellow flag. We'll step aside for just a moment. And we'll leave you here with the views from around Watkins Glen. Getting ready to come back to the green flag. Josh Ball, Roger D. Bold on the front row. Brandon Pampatat. Raymond Rittenauer. All row number 2. Corey Dill. Matt Cherry. Row 3. Safety car off. Green flag in the air. Hammer dropped. by Josh Ball at 88 machine. To bring the field back to line, 14 laps remaining. '88 to Josh Ball, sneaks away Brendan Pampatat. A look inside, or think about looking inside the 87 of Rittenauer. To fall back about 2.5 car lengths. Josh Cully rounding out the top 5. They work their way into the bus stop. Storm Patterson, trouble here on lap 32. And we'll see what happened. He got into the back of the 28 of Justin White and taps that Armco retaining wall. Tough night for the driver of the 6 car, Storm Patterson. Ooh, look out, Brendan Pampatat. Loses the handle on the car out of turn number 11. It's 1.7 seconds behind that guy, your leader, Josh Ball, and he's led 11 laps so far tonight. He's starting to stretch his legs a little bit over Roger Diebold, who currently rides in that runner-up spot in the Dude Wipes 38 car. Oh, look out, Raymond Rittenauer. Little trouble through the bus stop. He'll lose 3 spots and jump right back on the loud pedal and try to stop the bleeding as he'll head off in the turn number 10. Another bottle in turn 10. Corey Deal is going to pull his degree Toyota Camry to the inside as they get set to dive off into turn number 1, the preferred lane, to the 56 car of Corey Deal. Deal will take back over that spot. He'll join the top 5, I believe, for the first time tonight. Back up front to your leader, Josh Ball. 1 second lead over Roger Diebold. Oh, trouble here on this last lap for Josh Cully. We'll see what happened to that machine. Had a good run going. Loses it off turn 11. Spins right into pit lane. Did not hit anything but the cone, but essentially giving himself a pass-through penalty. And has moved Josh Cully all the way back to the 23rd position here with 11 laps remaining. Brendan Pampatat running in the 3rd spot. 1 spot away from where he started tonight in that front row. See this next gen car, a lot of bounce through the bus stop. Pampatat trying to reel in the Dude Wipes 38 of Roger Diebold. Matt Cherry's hanging on to that 4th spot in that Ally Bank number 5 Chevrolet. Corey Deal hanging on the 5th on the outside looking in, the King Kloosterhoos. Putting the pressure on to the degree 56 Toyota at the moment. That's a flag going to hold 2 open fists to indicate 10 laps left for Josh Ball. We got to look at those rotors on those machines entering turn number 1. Glowing red on the right side of those cars. Roger Diebold, just about 2 laps ago, was about a second back. He's starting to close in the gap just a bit. Last time the 88 car was on pit road was lap 17. Lap 21, I believe it was lap 22 for Roger Diebold. We're down to 9 to go. See the glowing red rotors once again. Josh Ball caught up in an early incident. Had a good run going. With a handful of laps in, he met the Armco retaining wall. Had to battle his way back and use it to his advantage to come on pit road on lap number 17. Staying out during the end of the stage 2 caution and gained a ton of track position that set him up to where he is at the moment. And certainly those 2 cautions have helped the case of the Red Bull 88 machine. $16 laps at the helm of this one. That's how many laps the 88 of Josh Ball has led. He fell back. Well, start tonight. He started in 4th. Got caught up in an incident. Fell back to 19th. Stayed out. Gained track position. Habitat about 2 seconds back from your leader, right in that 3rd spot. That Cherry Ford Klooster, who's still holding on to the top 5. Corey Deal slipped. He's lost 2 spots. He rides in 7th. He'll lose another spot now. Back to 8th. 9th, 10th, Corey Deal slipping back. There's a look at your leader. Now 17 laps led. Seven laps remaining. Work through the inner loop. Josh Cully has battled his way back up to 16th after a spin out of turn number 11 on to pit lane. Put it back in the 23rd position. He's worked his way back up to 16th. Still 9 spots up from where he started tonight's event. Roger Diebold right there ready to capitalize on any mistake out of that Red Bull 88 machine. And this is the 8th race of the Premier Series season number 7. We saw Josh Cully getting the first 2 wins from Daytona and Texas. John Garrett picked up a win in race number 3 at Auto Club Speedway. Dave Maxson picked up the win in the second race at Auto Club Speedway, the night of a doubleheader, which would have been race number 4 on this season. Sawyer Ott went to the dirt track at Charlotte and picked up a win in the 5th race of the season. Josh Ball was able to win 2 races ago from Twin Ring Motegi, the World 250. And last Tuesday night from iRacing Super Speedway, George Belfons Jr. picked up the count 200. And after tonight, we'll have 2 more races before the round of 16 playoffs start. And as we talk about that, 5 laps to go. That round, the championship round. Josh Ball comes in tonight. Oh, look out, Josh Ball. That mistake we talked about right in front of us. And we'll go back and take a quick look at it. Car upset through the bus stop. He actually made a decent amount of contact with that Armco. Tough way to do it there with 5 laps to go. And that's able Roger Diebold to pull away by about a half a second. As we'll click it down to just 4 laps left. Roger Diebold leads his first lap to the night. Started in that 8th position, and that's as far as he's went backward tonight. And now he's drove it up to the top spot with 4 laps to go. But as we mentioned, Josh Ball coming tonight 3 points ahead of Sean Bounty. Bounty with trouble on pit road. A fueling issue for that machine. And he's currently scored in the 14th spot right now. That top 3 really close here with 4 laps to go. Josh Cully with 2 wins, sitting in the 3rd spot in points. Roger Diebold comes in 63 points, actually tied with Josh Cully in the points. Pampatat looking to make a move on that 88 of Josh Ball. He'll actually pull outside of that machine as we're down to 3 laps to go. 48 of Brendan Pampatat to move into that runner-up spot. And 3 laps at Watkins Glen International, a long way to go. Roger Diebold going to have to string together 3 perfect laps. Now with that 48 of Pampatat ready to pounce at any moment. Pampatat looking for a little bit of redemption from last night. Pit road speeding penalty. Dashed his hopes of winning the Athens Rush Series event here at Watkins Glen. Right now he finds himself in that runner-up spot as we'll work in the turn number 10. Roger Diebold showing the way. Pat Cherry still 4th. Raymond Rittenauer has got around the Klooster machine to ride in that top 5. 6 will be Brandon Kloosterhoos. 7th, Sam Green. 8th, Sawyer Ott, George Belfons Jr. 9th. Tresnant going to round out the top 10 as Roger Diebold sees popsicle sticks by the flag stand. 2 laps to go. Under 5 miles left here for that 38 machine. Trying to hold off Brandon Pampatat and the rest of the field. Right now, Pampatat, the closest one, within striking distance. But here at Watkins Glen, danger lurks around every corner, up over every rumble strip. Anything can happen in just a short period of time here. But Brandon Pampatat's right where he wants to be. He's definitely going to put the pressure at work out of turn number 11. The Country Roads Haulin 175. 1 lap left for Roger Diebold, Cosmic Motorsports machine. Cosmic team has been on the game so far this year. Roger Diebold with a little bobble. Pampatat just right there in each other's tire tracks. Unless something drastic happens, this is a 2-car race. Josh Ball had to come down pit lane. Did not have enough fuel, I don't believe. Ball already will win in the pocketbook. Oh, man, they're absolutely flying through the bus stop. They'll make their way through the loop here. 38 of Roger Diebold able to put some distance between he and Pampatat. They'll come down into turn number 10 this time for the final time. Diebold, the lead he wants. And out of turn number 10, they'll work into turns 11. Oh, Pampatat drove it off in there. Couldn't make it stick. Hard impact. Country Roads Haulin 175. Roger Diebold becomes your second, Roger Diebold grabs his first win of the season. And the only other repeat winner so far of the year has been Josh Cully. Josh Cully looks like he's going to recover for a 13th place finish. Still a 12-spot change from where he started the night. Brandon Pampatat finishes in that runner-up spot. Raymond Rittenauer going to bring it home third. Brendan Klush's 4, Sam Green, your top 5. Top 3 interviews coming to you. We'll see the celebration of Roger Diebold, and we'll wait and trying to get 87 of Rittenauer. We're looking for him in the Discord. And I don't have him on my Discord. Give him a few seconds to hop in. And there we go. We'll get him up in here. Rittenauer, I believe, is off of the speedway at the moment. But we'll get that driver up in the booth with us. I'll make sure we got our Discord on lock here. Alrighty, joining me in the booth now, the driver of the 87 Lucky Dogs Doggy Daycare Machine of Raymond Rittenauer. Up 6 spots from where you started tonight, man. Congratulations on a podium finish here at Watkins Glen. Now, now I can you can hear me. Congratulations, man, on getting the podium finish here tonight, and up 6 spots from where you started tonight. So forward you went.
That's what I was looking for. Got a little lucky there at the end. A couple people spun and just had enough fuel to make it.
And we definitely oh, excuse me 1 second. Let me get track chat muted. I don't know why it won't mute for me, but nonetheless, a couple of curveballs got thrown in there tonight. One, we knew we were going to have one caution at the end of stage number 2, and then the track actually was blocked for one of the cautions. The other one was thrown inadvertently, I believe, but I believe that changed a bunch of strategy for some people.
Yeah, I think I was good there on the first restart, so the extra cautions. I mean, it definitely helped, but I was pretty good. I saved under caution there once after 20.
All righty, man. Well, I'll tell you what, it was a fun night, and we'll get ready to pack up and head to New Hampshire. And I look forward to having you back up in the booth here.
All right, thank you.
Have a good one. All righty, going to bring up the driver of the 48 machine. I believe that car is on pit road as well.
It's weird. Oh,
Driver
hello.
of the 48 machine, Brandon Papatak, going to join us. And I know definitely wanted to hear from you last night. Unfortunately, it was not the case, but able to have a little bit of redemption here tonight and bring her home in that runner-up spot. You gave Roger Debold all he could handle.
Yeah, I was actually just talking to Roger, and you know, I said if I had just one more lap, I would have got him. But we raced clean, raced really hard. I thought I had him entering the bus stop, and then I caught the grass and hit some stupid bump in the grass, and it upset the car. And I figured, the last shot was the last turn. I had my spotter pretty much saying, "Oh, good job on the P2," and I was like, "Hold my beer," and I tried sending it in there, locked up the brakes, and it it did not turn after that. But I'm glad I didn't wreck him, and I'm glad I was still able to finish P2 after last night. We got caught. I think we got caught speeding on a pit road by like 2 miles an hour, 3 miles an hour, and had some 40-second hold and under green, that hurts you a lot. And then I ran the car super, super, super hard and killed the tires and ended up spinning out twice. So good night gone bad last night, and good night gone great tonight.
Definitely able to get a little bit of redemption, and I mean, you had a fast piece last night. You're able to back it up tonight. We not accustomed to cautions here on the road course. One of them, involving a caution we knew was coming, and then the track blockage. About the only other way we're going to throw them here on the road course. And I know Roger knows it don't take anybody long to know that 48 is definitely a force to be reckoned with, and we'll talk to him here in a minute. But I know he was definitely he knew you were there, and that I knew that you weren't going to be settled in, for riding for second, being that close, such close striking distance there. I knew you were going to throw the sink at it there at the end, and like you said, unfortunately, you both been able to finish the race and a little bit of redemption, and it was definitely fun to watch here tonight. Looks like Jackson Allen, you and Jackson kind of swapping lucks here this weekend.
Yeah, I have no idea what happened to him. I have to go and watch, but yeah, like you said, I definitely threw the kitchen sink at it there at the end, and actually under the first yellow, we got caught going a little fast on pit road, so I dropped to the end, and then after the all the cautions, we were able to make up the spots and all that. So I got really lucky making it through the wrecks and also just putting the speed up there at the end. And wish I could have brought it home at the home track, but definitely take a P2. Think we jumped up there in the rookie of the year points, so that's always great. You know, if you can't win the championship, you might as well win the rookie of the year because that would be a big title for us.
Well, it's definitely the competition out here, and you're already shown in your short time here that you're a force to be reckoned with, and it's definitely been fun to watch you so far. And I know that that win ain't too far out of the reach here in the Premier Series. Congratulations once again on that runner-up finish, and we look forward to getting to New Hampshire next week.
Yeah, thank you. I also just want to thank Fort Worth Screen Printing, Fort Worth Esports. I want to thank you for doing the broadcast every week. Love going back and watching those, and we'll try and get them next week.
Alrighty, man. Good luck.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You too. Alrighty, he's sitting pretty over on the front straight away, and we'll get him up here in the booth with us. Man, what a race! Up 7 spots from where you started tonight, and they were able to hold off a hard charging Brandon Papatat there at the end to pick up the Country Roads Haulin 175.
Yeah, it was wild. I again went into this race like last night, knowing I wasn't the fastest car, so I was going to try to have to do it on strategy, and then the strategy was taken away with those 2 cautions at the top of the S's, so it was kind of even playing ground. And then raced Josh pretty good. He got loose and then went wide to get away from him wrecking, and then man, Brandon was fast. I got to give him props. He was coming. If we would have had another lap, I think he would have got it. Just want to thank him. Give him a shout out for racing me clean there. I know he could have gave me the bumper several times, but he said he was trying to. But he said I just snuck away each time. But you know how it goes. Get opportunities and make the choice whether to send somebody or not. And I appreciate him running me clean. Yeah, it was a fast car tonight. I think I got it figured out fairly early, and definitely turning all the force feedback up helped a ton. So, man, I'm sweating here.
I tell you what, definitely put in your work here tonight, and it's good to see these cars. I know some people had a little trouble not used to the way the car handles, especially. I know this car takes those rumble strips and goes through the bus stop there a lot differently than what the Xfinity car does, and even the old car. But it seemed like everybody had a pretty good handle on it, and it looked like it was fun to drive.
Yeah, it was definitely a handful, especially when you're going side to side. There's just a lot of weight being thrown around, and it felt kind of light on its feet there. But yeah, with this new track update, the bus stop's definitely a lot more aggressive with those rumble strips on both sides, and with this car being so rigid and a lot of spring rate put at it, it went over it totally different than the other cars. But glad we got it figured out and finished again tonight with 0x. So that'll be a good bonus point to add to the collection and another win. So overall, great night.
And most definitely, man, in Cosmic, started the year off hot and heavy, and I was surprised that it took Roger this long to get into victory lane the way that the season has started. But now you got it out of the way, man. Continue to roll off that momentum, and we look forward to head to New Hampshire.
Yeah, man, excited to see what we can do up there and see if we can get it figured out.
All righty, man. Good luck, and we hope to talk to you soon.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it.
Have a good one. All righty. Congratulations once again, Roger Diebold, Brandon Papatat, Raymond Rittenauer. Podium finish coming for those guys. Raymond Rittenauer, that third place finisher. Brandon Kalusha, who's fourth. Fifth will be Sam Green. Matt Cherry, sixth. Seventh, Storm Patterson, eighth. George Belfons Jr., ninth. Kelvin Mosier, Sawyer out with the top 10. 11th, Josh Ball. John Garrett finishes in the 12th spot. Josh Cully recovers for 13th. Sean Bounty, he'll recover nicely with a 14th place finish. 15th will belong to Trestonite. Paul Smith, 16th. 17th, Matt Quick. 18th will belong to Alex Little. Dan Half brings home 19th. 20th to Justin White. Corey Deal slips back to 21st. Adam Strong, 22nd. Jackson Allen. A night he may want to forget, but we appreciate him joining us. He'll finish in that 23rd spot. 24th, Megan Gregory. Dave Matson bring home 25th. Zach Kreiser. 26th, Cal Hall. 27th, Dustin Franklin. 28th, 29th will be Brian Workman. JT Lauderdale, 30th. And credited with 31st, Elaine Hughes in the 29 car. Be sure to tune in, same place, same time next week. We'll be at New Hampshire for the Fast Cat Racing 150. Y'all keep showing up. We'll keep showing out. From Watkins Glen International. Good night, everybody.